Hey everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗓𝗖𝗓 here. I'm a stage 3 bowel cancer survivor and thriver and a quantum health coach. I have been blessed to help people all over the world to change their life by changing their habits. And today I'm going to be talking about how do you go from being somebody who is constantly telling yourself you haven't done enough, somebody who is kind of that type A personality, they're constantly on the go, taking action, to somebody who actually allows yourself time and the space to claim your wins. I read this book, Limitless, which is an incredible book by 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞. And it was really interesting because until that point, I was that person. I had gone through my whole treatment, 12 sessions of chemotherapy, and I finished feeling stronger than I started. I had built an amazing body. I had let go and forgave people that had hurt me. I had started my own business and I had left my corporate job. I had done some incredible things. But when I read this book, it was really interesting that 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞 asked in the book, he talks about that everybody, has some dominant thoughts. And he asked a question, what are your dominant questions? What are your dominant thoughts? And very quickly, I just, came to my mind. I had one dominant question, and the question was, what else can you do? And as soon as I thought about that question, I thought, oh my God, this is such a silly question. Because of course the answer is there is always something else to do. There is always lots of things to do, especially when you're starting a business. But why do I ask myself this question? And when I looked at it very simply, it was, very apparent to me that I asked myself this question, and it had become a habit for me to keep asking that regardless of what situation I was in, cancer, not cancer, during treatment, not during treatment, working for corporate or working on my business, being a mom, not being a mom. It was always the same question. And I had been asking that question for 38 years. But it came from a place of never feeling enough. And, I had done already a lot of work around this, feeling of not feeling enough and not, being enough. And I thought, oh my God, this is just crazy that is still, it's a habit that I have that it still creates the same feeling of not being enough and not feeling enough. So I started going to bed every night and saying to myself, Angelica, you've done great today. You've done an amazing job. You've done everything you could, well done, and going to bed. And, I've always been very religious about my bedtime routine. So I would finish working at 7:30, turn my phone off, 9 o'clock, I'll be in bed and I'll be telling myself every day the same thing. Angelica, you've done a great job, and then that inner voice would come, yeah, but Angelica, you haven't done this. And I'll be, no, but I've done all the things. And also, this happened today, that happened. So I couldn't have finished that. So, I'm fine with how today went. Thank you so much for being here. But this is, how I feel. And I kept saying that to me every single day, giving myself the permission and the space to go, wow, I've done some really great things today. Today, I've accomplished something that I've never done before. Today was as simple as, I've had a great morning routine. Oh my God, today I was present with my kids, and I start claiming my wins, and I start writing on my wins, and I start really kind of allowing myself the space to feel my wins. Before I knew, that question, that silly question didn't come to my mind anymore. And I must say that, sometimes, I don't know, once in a while, that question will pop into my mind. At the end of the day, Angelica, but you could still do this. But I have developed a different habit, and the different habit is to saying to myself, yes, I could. And there is a million other things that I could do too. But right now it's time to finish work and to rest, because tomorrow is another day. And I can do that tomorrow. When you start becoming aware of your thoughts and you start understanding what's going on in your head and, why am I not claiming my wins? Why can I allow myself this space to feel into all the beautiful things that I have done? All the amazing things that I have accomplished. once you start allowing yourself to really claim your wins, you start feeling differently about yourself. Things don't change overnight. You don't go from I don't feel enough to like I feel enough and I feel loved and everything is roses. It's not like that. It's a process. It's a gradual process. But also I believe that, a lot of it becomes a habit. It sometimes doesn't even matter where it comes from. At that point, I had done enough work in my life to understand why at some point in time I didn't feel I was enough. And I also had done enough work to realize that the question that I asked myself was just a habit that I needed to change. And I did. So if you are in that journey, go to bed every day, after a long day, which I'm sure, you are doing the best you can. Allow yourself the time, the space to tell yourself, I have done everything I could and I've done a great job today. And things perhaps haven't gone exactly, the plan that I kind of had in my mind, but I've done great today. And see how it feels, and again, with any habit, you need to keep doing over and over and over and over and over again until you start feeling the benefits, until you start feeling that it's really ingrained in you, that you really feel that. At the beginning, it might be a bit like, I'm not sure about this, but the more you do it, the more it becomes part of who you are. This is what I did, and it has been so beneficial to me. Especially coming from that personality type of like, I am not a procrastinator. I'm very disciplined, but too much discipline, it can be too much too. And for me, it was important to allow myself the space to just compliment myself, to really tell myself, well done. You've done a great job today. Hopefully this is helpful. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss on the next video. If you have any questions, just let me know and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.